Hey guys, welcome to Perfectly Imperfect Cooking. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make crème brûlée. It's a very simple recipe, even though it tastes so good, but crème brûlée is one of those dishes that people say it's so hard to make, but it's really not. So here are the ingredients you're going to need. You're going to need 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, 10 tablespoons of sugar. You're going to want them divided though. Then you're gonna need a vanilla bean or a teaspoon of vanilla extract, plus another half a teaspoon later on. You're gonna need 4 egg yolks. I'm gonna show you how to separate the eggs. And then a quarter of a teaspoon of kosher salt. Let's get into cooking. All right, now for our first step, we're gonna get our ramekins and we're gonna put them in a big pan like this. So you're just gonna want to divide them up. This is gonna make 6 things of creme brulee, and you're just gonna want to place them a good distance away so that you can fill them up later. All right, now we're gonna start by making part of the filling of the custard. So we're gonna start by getting 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and after the heavy whipping cream's added, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, adding a teaspoon of vanilla extract now, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of sugar, and then add a quarter of a teaspoon of kosher salt. You don't want to add, this is to make sure it heats up quickly. All right, now you're gonna turn on your burner to medium heat, and you're gonna grab a spoon and go ahead and just stir it real quick. And then you're gonna let it sit, stirring occasionally until it starts simmering. All right. So now our mixture is starting to simmer. So what you want to do, you want to turn off the heat, and then you're going to move this off the heat and cover it for 15 minutes to let all the flavors just mix together a bit more. All right. Now I'm going to show you how to separate the egg, because we got about 5 minutes left before the mixture's ready. So you got to start by cracking your egg, and you just want to dump the yolk into your hand. Try your best to get it in. Then you're going to just kind of want to give a gap through your fingers, big enough for all the whites of the eggs to fall out and just to keep the egg yolk. And then you'll toss it in the bowl. All right, so now you want to add 6 tablespoons of sugar to your egg yolks. And then you're going to mix them up until it's well combined. The sugar doesn't have to be perfect. And then all you have to do though, you want to whisk it together so it has a thick kind of mix, like it's kind of thick. So then it'll be nice and ready for you to temper them when you mix it with the cream mixture. All right, now that our cream mixture has sit and incorporated for 15 minutes, we're gonna temper the egg yolk mixture, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get about 1/3 cup of the cream mixture. Then we're gonna pour it in the egg yolk mixture, and then quickly we're gonna have to whisk it so the egg doesn't cook when you add the rest of the mixture together. So you're gonna wanna whisk for a good amount of time so the eggs don't cook. So you wanna whisk for about 3 to 4 minutes so it gets all mixed together and the eggs don't cook. Our egg yolk mixture is tempered now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add the rest of this. Now we're gonna keep mixing quickly though, so the egg still doesn't cook, because tempering doesn't mean it's perfect. And we're gonna mix for a bit longer. And then once it's all mixed together, what you wanna do, you're gonna take your vanilla extract, and you're gonna do half a teaspoon of that just to give it a bit extra flavor. Then you're gonna mix it in again. And this is what it should look like, and you wanna kind of scrape the sides to make sure there's no cooked egg there. All right, now you're gonna grab a third cup or a fourth cup measuring cup, and you're just gonna scoop some of the creme brulee mixture and pour it into the ramequins. And you're gonna keep doing it until it's about even. So just one at a time, and then add more as it goes. All right, they're all about even now. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna add hot water into it, and you're gonna wanna add like an inch or two of hot water around the ramequins so it cooks right. Then once you have enough, I'm gonna add a bit more. You're going to go ahead and throw it in the oven. All right, so you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And then once it's preheated, you're gonna throw in the creme brulee for 38 to 40 minutes. So my creme brulee finished cooking, and now we're gonna let it sit for 15 minutes, but first I'm gonna show you the consistency you want. So if you push it, it should be like Jell-O, where it jiggles, but it's set. And so you're gonna let this cool for about 15 minutes in the water, or until you can move it with your hands. And then you're gonna put it on a wire cooling rack for another 15 minutes. And after it cools on the wire cooling rack, you're going to put the creme brulee in the fridge for at least 4 hours and up to 4 days to let it cool and set even more, so that you can top it off with the sugar and toast it. So we let our creme brulee sit in the fridge for a bit, and now we're gonna get our sugar, get a tiny spoonful of sugar, then just sprinkle it on top real quick. You don't want to, then you're gonna just spread it out. You don't want it to be too thick, otherwise the sugar is gonna become really thick and burned, and it's not gonna be easy to eat. So this is about a layer that you want, a bit thinner, I'd say. But all right, so this is what you want, and now you're gonna take your torch, and you're going to just toast all around until it starts to get a glass-looking consistency. But you'll have to let it sit later a bit also. It won't take too long when you let it sit though, just so it becomes not sticky and it becomes like a hard substance. So this is what you want it to look like, and then you're gonna let it sit for a minute or two, and then it'll be a nice consistency where it's like a glass and you can break. All right, now that our creme brulee has sat and is ready, as you can see, it makes a nice kind of scraping noise, but it's solid on top. So now let's go ahead to taste it. But before I taste it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends about this. All right, let's get into it. Perfect.